Hi, I'm Tony, and 11 years ago I left the UK to travel around the world. I spent the first 2 years traveling around Europe and down through Africa on my motorbike. Then I spent a year in Australia before heading into Southeast Asia with my bicycle. Now that the coronavirus restrictions have calmed down, I'm traveling around South America. Good morning and welcome back to my vlogging series Bikepacking through South America. Yesterday I left Puerto Rico and I was hoping to get to a place called Via Amazonica, but the road was really difficult. Unfortunately I didn't have battery on the GoPro, so I don't have any footage, but I do have a photograph. Now, before I leave this morning, I need to clean the bike a little bit. Yesterday the road was really muddy and the mud was like really sticky. So I've now got this situation where all the mud was lifted up and then deposited here, which would then kind of jam up the wheel, making it difficult to move. But then it would also leave a lot of mud here around my pedals and the chain, and just everything is just covered in mud. So I'm going to clean that off this morning. The front wheel did it as well a little bit, but it's not so bad. But my boots are just caked in the stuff. So yesterday I slept here in front of this little shop. The guy was really nice. He let me take a shower. So yeah, I'll get this sorted, eat a little bit of bread for breakfast, and then get back on the road. Hi guys, well, my bike's been making some really terrible noises since I cleaned the mud off this morning. Whenever I'm trying to climb a hill, it's just squealing like a pig. The rest of the time it's just like this slow crunching sound, and I think I've got just some grit or just dirt in the mechanism for my pedals. Maybe in the bearings, something like that. I don't have any oil with me. However, I've just been coming up this road and I've seen 3 empty bottles of oil next to the road. So I picked them up and checked, and there's a little bit of oil in each one. So I'm just going to try to drip oil into the mechanism. I'll probably put a little bit in on my chain as well. And hopefully that's going to make the last 40 kilometers that I've got to do to get to town a lot easier on the bike. I stopped in this place just to get some lunch. They made me some cheap lunch, it was really nice. And then when I was speaking to them, they asked if I wanted a shower. So I must have looked dirty and tired. And I agreed when they brought me around the side of the restaurant place to this beautiful location. There's a swimming pool and benches, and I asked if I could sleep here, so they said I could put my tent here, which I have done. And now I'm going to take a shower and just relax here for this afternoon. I've actually gone about halfway from where I slept last night to Cobija, so this is actually a really good location to stop. It's not a town, but if I stayed in town I'd have to pay for accommodation, and it probably wouldn't be as nice as this place. So I think I've made a good decision. I'm going to stay here tonight, just enjoy this beautiful spot. Just finished my shower, feeling a lot better, but I could hear this strange sound and just looked over the fence here to see some tiny puppies. And while we're in such a nice place, why don't we take a look from the air? When I was cycling the long road north in week 18, the road construction was frustrating. But I imagined that in a year or so it would be finished and it would be a great improvement for anybody travelling through the area. However, when I got onto this road to Cobija, I saw that it was also under construction at some point, but had never been finished. Apparently the road construction was started here around 12 years ago, but then the government ran out of money and construction stopped. They've told the local people that they won't have enough money to continue the project for at least another 6 years. Hi guys, I've just got off the last bit of dirt road that I'm going to have to ride in Bolivia, and the skies have opened up. On the bright side, at least I'm on a tarmac road and it's not going to turn into just sludge. There's still 28 kilometers in the rain before I can get to Cobija, but just gotta look on the bright side, I guess. So I've just arrived at the edge of my last city in Bolivia. That's Cobija. I've been told that it's a really beautiful city. I'm not so impressed with what I've seen as I get to the edge here, but let's go and take a look together. Okay, it's my last day in Bolivia. The hotel wasn't very nice. They put me in like a really damp, horrible room. In a way, it actually makes me happy to be moving on to a new country, see something new, experience some different culture, different food, hopefully. But this border crossing is an interesting one. So let's go and see what happens. This border crossing is so strange because it's not as strict as other borders I've experienced in the past. You could actually drive straight through the Bolivian checkpoint without stopping if you wanted to. But what was really strange was the Brazilian side. You actually need to go all the way into town to find the regional police office in order to get stamped into the country. It was pretty hard to find. I stopped at the wrong police office first and they told me to keep going. I usually get a great feeling when I cross into a new country. I look at the new places and try to imagine what it would be like to settle there. You can see the big smile on my face as I entered Brazil. This feeling is one of the reasons I love traveling. When I crossed the border, I tried to go to the bank and neither of my cards were accepted. Then I asked the bank if they could change me some money and they couldn't. So then I made the decision to just go with no money and also with almost no water. So I was cycling down the road thinking that I was going to end up stopping at just a random house and asking them if I could fill my water bottles, when a guy pulled over in front of me in his car and invited me to this community place that he said he runs. I was a bit suspicious, but then it was on the way anyway, and they kind of waved me down as I was passing, and that's where I am now. They gave me cold water to drink and they've also given me a meal, quite a decent meal to be honest, and it's a really nice little place. Apparently it's like a retreat where people do ayahuasca and things like that. Just a little community right next to the road. Very lucky to have been passed by these people.
Para un canal de televisión.
Olha aí.
So now I've just finished and it's time to start going again. Just want to say thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias.
Tudo bem, tudo bem. Graças.
I stopped for dinner and asked if I could camp there. They agreed, but then a little later some guys offered me a lift in their truck. I accepted and I was soon flying through the night on the back of their truck. The good things, I got a free lift basically to the Brazilian border with Peru. The bad thing is the guys that gave me a lift have just kind of dropped me off here in front of a petrol station at night time without me knowing really where I am or where to go to sleep, and they've just driven off. So yeah, I don't know what to do now. It's too dark to really see to find a good camping spot. I don't have internet. So yeah, maybe I can cross to Peru, but yeah. Oh well. It worked out pretty well in the end. I didn't cross the border, but I came into the Brazilian side of the border town, and this hotel room was supposed to cost 40 real, but I only had 25, which was the change from paying for my lunch, and she accepted the 25. The room is not so nice, it smells a bit of pee, but there's an AC and there's Wi-Fi, so I'll stay here tonight and then cross the border into Peru tomorrow morning. When I'm cycling, I get a lot of time to think about things. One thing that kept playing on my mind this week was how I was suspicious of the people who stopped and invited me to their place. Obviously, there are some dangers when you travel, but there are also really kind people everywhere in the world. I really don't know where we should draw the line between trusting people and trying to stay safe. I guess you just have to go with your gut instinct, give things a go, but be careful. It can be really hard to balance sometimes. Thank you so much for joining me on my journey so far. Please like, share and subscribe to stay up to date as I continue my journey through South America.